Every morning, millions of people on Earth wake up and travel to work. But in this city, some of them are going much distance. My name is Daniel Carter. I live here with my wife and daughter. From our window, the moon is... Breakfast is usually the only part of my morning that feels ordinary. My daughter goes to school here on Earth. My wife works 3 districts away. My grandfather watched astronauts travel to the moon on television. My father watched the first lunar city being built. Before leaving, I always hug my daughter a little longer. Crossing the gateway is routine now. The gateway changed everything around it. Housing, jobs, schools, food, trade. At 7 every morning, the lunar rush begins. Engineers, doctors, teachers, miners, cooks. No photograph prepares you for Gateway Central. Standing here, you realize this isn't simply a station. I have crossed this threshold more than 2,000 times. 7:23 in the morning. I left home 26 minutes ago. My family is still eating breakfast on Earth, and I have just arrived at work on the moon. The first thing you notice isn't the moon outside the window. It's your own body. Here, I weigh less than 20 kilograms. People call it a portal, but engineers call it a stabilized transit bridge. 2 enormous stations, one on... The miracle isn't crossing the gateway. The miracle is keeping it open. Keeping a permanent bridge between 2 worlds consumes more energy than some 21st century nations once used. The moon supplies much of it itself from sunlight. The gateway never opens directly onto the moon. Between the portal and the vacuum outside are layers of... Passengers are only part of the traffic. Every hour, thousands of tons move between the 2 worlds. Earth sends food, medicine, and living organisms. The gateway did more than make travel easier. It changed economics. Suddenly, resources that had always been... Most travelers never meet the people who keep the gateway alive. Nearly 20,000 technicians work beneath these floors. I am one of them. Everyone who works here knows the rule. From up here, Moon City looks permanent, almost independent. While I begin my shift on the moon, life continues at home. Gateway City has nearly 12... My daughter Emma was born here. To her, seeing the moon through a doorway is no stranger than seeing an airplane in the sky was to children a century ago.
Emma's generation studies 2 environments from childhood. Earth gravity and lunar gravity were born.
The portal created something no previous civilization had known. Children whose families belong to 2 worlds.
Even breakfast changed. Most of our food still comes from Earth, but lunar farms now grow crops selected for low gravity.
Only a fraction of Gateway City's residents travel to the moon. But almost everyone works in an economy transformed by it.
Families adapted too. Some apartments include variable gravity rooms for relatives raised on the moon. A grandmother can live there.
Living beside humanity's most important doorway is expensive. Homes closest to the gateway became some of the most valuable property on Earth. Gateway City never truly sleeps. When one lunar shift ends, another begins. When tourists return...
Emma is looking at the moon.
By late morning, the second wave begins. Not everyone is going to work. Some are carrying tools, some are carrying medicine. Crossing the gateway is fast. Adapting to another world is not. Every traveler is checked for balance.
The gateway made the moon accessible, but not equally accessible. For some elderly citizens,
a doorway between worlds is also a doorway for risk. Every passenger, tool. The last waiting hall feels less like a station and more like an airport, a hospital, and for first-time travelers, the crossing lasts only a moment. The gateway changes location instantly. Your body takes longer. New visitors often discover that walking on the moon is level. The gateway is only the entrance. Moon City stretches for hundreds of kilometers through tunnels, domes, and buried districts. They are called Earth commuters, but by midday they are simply lunar workers. Their jobs are ordinary. The world beneath their feet is not.
For most commuters, the hardest part of the day is traffic. For us, it is...
My workday begins beneath the lunar surface. Above us is vacuum, radiation, and darkness.
On Earth, air is everywhere. Here, every breath is manufactured, cleaned, and reused. Every glass of water begins as ancient ice hidden in darkness near the lunar poles. Some of it has waited billions of years for someone to drink it.
The moon's farmers grow food without soil, rain, or seasons. A tomato here is more than lunch. It is proof.
Medicine here is different. Lunar bodies grow differently. Bones weaken faster. Radiation. Tourism created an entirely new industry. People once crossed oceans for a beautiful view. The moon's mines rarely hear human footsteps. Machines do most of the dangerous work. Construction changed under lunar gravity. Materials feel lighter, but mistakes travel farther. Every wall must
Disciplines. Moon City needs more than engineers. It needs teachers, cooks, artists, and
From a distance, working on the moon sounds heroic. Most days, it is meetings, repairs, lunch breaks, and tired conversations.
The Gateway created a market no civilization had ever known. Earth and Moon no longer.
The moon exports materials that are difficult or expensive to produce on Earth. In vacuum and low gravity, factories commence. The moon has metals and energy, but Earth still sends what no machine can replace easily. Fresh food, on Earth, a strawberry is ordinary. On the moon, it carries soil, rain, sunlight, and a journey between worlds. On Earth, factories spend enormous energy creating clean rooms and vacuum chambers. On the moon, at peak hours, cargo moves faster than people. Every delay affects factories, hospitals, farms, and families. Control of the Gateway means influence over the most valuable trade route in human history. Every decision, who cross a Gateway created millions of jobs, but automation changed them just as quickly. Many workers no longer lift cargo, they supervise machines. Gateway City became one of the wealthiest places on Earth. But prosperity arrived unevenly. Earth and Moon once dreamed of independence. Instead, they became dependent on each other. By midday, food, medicine, and changes. Leo has never lived on Earth. He was born beneath the lunar surface, took his first steps in 1/6 gravity. Growing up here changes the body. Lunar children tend to develop taller, lighter frames. They're
Munching. Emma met Leo at school 2 years ago. They have spoken almost every day since.
When I was 8, a school trip meant visiting a museum.
On the moon, childhood games change too. A jump becomes a flight.
For Leo, Earth is the alien world. The gravity hurts, the air feels heavy. But then he sees something he has only known through screens. The Gateway solved distance. It did not solve gravity. Children raised on the moon cannot simply move permanently to Earth. Emma says Earth is home. Leo says the moon is home. Their children may give a different answer.
My generation built the bridge. Emma and Leo's generation crosses it.
Living beside the Gateway means living beside constant movement. Tourists arrive, workers leave.
Gateway District National Net.
food became one of the first places Earth and Moon truly mixed.
Millions visit Gateway City without ever crossing. They simply come to watch. Lunar visitors need more than a hotel room. They need help adapting to gravity, weather, humidity.
When the sun goes down, Gateway City doesn't slow. Lunar workers.
The gateway changed relationships too. People fell in love across worlds. Some couples spend weekdays apart. Police. Not everyone welcomed the transformation. Some residents watched rents rise and familiar neighborhoods disappear. East rate. Not everyone wants to live beneath the gateway. Some families move to the city's quieter edges, where the moon isn't. Gateway City was no longer simply a city beside a portal. It had become one half of something larger. A century ago, a family vacation to the moon would have sounded impossible. By 2100, some parents simply asked their children.
Commuters barely look at the gate anymore. Tourists do. First-time visitors stop beneath it.
The vacation begins with a single step. No rocket launch, no days in transit.
The most expensive rooms on the moon don't advertise bigger beds or private pools. This is the moment most visitors remember forever. Not crossing the portal.
Tourists quickly discover that the moon turns ordinary sports into something new.
Beyond Moon City, the landscape changes almost nothing for thousands of kilometers. No forests, no oceans, no weather.
By dinner, the moon already feels less alien, the same things you would in any city.
Sense. A weekend on the moon does not make Earth feel ordinary again. It does the opposite. You return noting wing.
Most people imagine Moon City beneath giant glass domes. In reality, the safest homes.
A lunar day lasts far too long for the human body. So Moon City creates its own mornings. On Earth, water can disappear down a drain. Here, almost nothing is allowed to disappear. Every neighborhood ends at a boundary Earth cities never needed. An airlock. Beyond this door, there is no breathable air. Shopping on the moon feels surprisingly familiar, but every product carries a story. Local vegetables need no soil.
On Earth, parks are protected from development. On the moon, parks must
Lunar children learn about weather the way Earth children once learned about dinosaurs. Something real, important, and strangely distant.
There are no cloudy nights here, no wind, no rain. Earth hangs in nearly the same part of the sky day after day. After enough years, even the moon becomes ordinary. Families argue over dinner. Children's.
Nearly 2 million people now call this place home. Beneath a world with no air, no...
At 1342 lunar time, the first warning lasted less than 3 seconds.
On Earth, the reaction came seconds later. 1 million people could see the moon every day. That circle.
At 1344, the gateway closed. I was on the moon. My wife and daughter were on Earth. For the first time in 16 years, there was no doorway between us. More than 80,000 people were suddenly on the wrong side. Earth commuters had no way home.
City appears in the darkness.
The old communication network still worked. We could speak. We could see each other.
And inspiring, representing everyday human life.
People noticed the closed
the
gateway
ocean,
first. The
underwater
economy felt it
homes,
next.
families,
Within minutes,
schools,
trade stopped.
vertical
Food, medicine,
farms,
lunar...
marine
Moon City had
research
prepared for this day for
laboratories,
decades.
autonomous
Food
robots,
reserves, water reserves,
transportation
oxygen
tunnels,
reserves, backup
renewable
power.
ocean energy, and humans
Gateway City had
peacefully
built its
living
identity around
alongside
movement.
marine life.
That night,
Introduced
nothing
gentle,
crossed.
rhythmic movement and elegant
48 hours
futuristic
after the
structures
shutdown, the
without
moon was still
becoming
alive.
a less
The lights were
or
on.
overly
The air was clean.
electronic.
By the
Later,
third morning,
gradually
something
shift
strange had
into a
happened.
darker,
The emergency no
suspense
longer
atmosphere
felt
with
new.
deep
Food was our first
low
calculation.
strings
Moon City could
control
feed itself for
percussion.
months, but not comfortably.
Distant metallic
Fresh fruit from
resonance,
Earth
low
disappeared first.
heartbeat like pulses and rising
Water wasn't
tension
running out,
to represent
but the
a
shutdown
massive
reminded everyone what
surface
water
zone,
truly meant here.
powerful
On
ocean
Earth, food can be
currents,
rationed. Water can be recycled, but air cannot wait. Every minute, thousands of machines work so quietly.
Earth was safer, but not untouched. Factories waited for lunar materials.
Before the gateway, this was the only road. Rockets could still reach us. But after 53 hours, we finally found it. Not sabotage, not catastrophe. A microscopic fracture in a stabilization assembly.
Then, after more than 2 days of silence, the gateway answered.
Deep ocean.
Before people could cross again, machines had to prove the patch was safe. Sensors went first. The final test wasn't metal, it was life.
Piano notes. Deep underwater.
After 57 hours, a human being crossed again. One step from the moon. The repair team celebrated for less than a minute. Then everyone reached for home.
Emma didn't ask what had failed.
The first people through were not executives or politicians. They were children, patients, and families. I had crossed the gateway more than 2,000 times. But that evening, the floor on Earth felt different. For 2 days, the moon felt impossibly far away again. Then Emma ran into my arms. By sunset, the city was moving again. Cargo flowed, families crossed, trains filled. The gateway reopened, but we did not return to the same future. The shutdown changed Moon City most of all. Independence stopped being a political idea. It became engineering. One doorway between worlds had been enough to change civilization. After the failure, it was no longer enough. And then life became ordinary again. That may be the strangest part of progress. Humanity can adapt to almost. The connection grew stronger because it became less fragile. Trade no longer depended on one route. Earth and Moon learned the same lesson. Trade connected the economies first. Families connected the cultures. A generation raised between Earth and Moon began creating tradition. Eventually, governments faced a question no law had anticipated. What do you call someone whose home, work...
The extraordinary future did not arrive with one dramatic moment. It arrived quietly, until leaving Earth for work became as ordinary as leaving home.
Every hour, the gateway carried more than people. It carried work, medicine, memories, arguments.
Emma grew up thinking two worlds were normal.
Leo never became Earthborn. He never needed to. Technology helped his body adapt.
The moon was only the beginning. When the first stable gateway opened to Mars, humanity crossed another line. The greatest proof that civilization had changed was not the gateway itself. It was this, a family dinner where worlds. For thousands of years, cities connected villages, nations, and continents. Then one city connected worlds.